Welcome to Meganet Gaming, and we're going to cover one of the classics I had for the Sega Saturn today, and that is a game by the name of Battle Arena Toshinden, which is, like most people probably remember it more as for the PlayStation 1 release. However, we're not going to do the PlayStation 1 or the Sega Saturn version. Today we're going to do the MS-DOS version, which came out around the same time, a couple months after the Sega Saturn release. However, all three games are, especially if you get a controller operating properly, all three games as far as gameplay, graphics, story, are all similar enough where I'm going to give the same, I would give the same general score to all three of them. And like with most fighting games, this game is really the most fun when you have other people to play against. So let's get this up and running and discuss the game in some more detail. So here we go. Battle Arena Toshinden. Now with the PC version, you actually do have some options as far as put on very easy just so I can demonstrate the game appropriately. Uh-oh, that's some rough controls there. Yeah, it'll be enough to at least be able to show off the game. There is some distance, some online methods you can play this game. You can also do local multiplayer as well. So you do have that benefit where you can being able to play it online with the primitive. If you can actually find somebody to play online with and have somebody can get everything set up properly, being able to play it against other people over the internet does add some points to the PC version, but this game still plays better on the consoles. It's definitely a console game that is ported to the PC. Let's go ahead and get this set up, do a one-player game. You have the standards from fighting games at the time where you have the story mode, and you also have the fighting mode, and the versus computer mode where you just pick two fighters and fight. You have these fighters, you have E.G., Kain, Sophia, Rungo, Foe, Mondo, Duke, Ellis. You also have Gaius, Sho, and Jim, which I believe are locked. Oh, maybe not. And yeah, Jim is Earthworm Jim. Now what's neat about this game is you actually in and out of the background. But really, Earthworm Jim is just Rungo. Rungo with the skin. As far as the movements of the game, the PC version is slightly clunkier. There are a lot of combos you can choose from. And yeah, you definitely want to rebind the controls for this one. The camera angles can at times be kind of awkward, but it doesn't change the enjoyment of the game. But being able to roll in and out of the environments was quite unique to a lot of fighting games at the time. Most fighting games at the time, you're pretty much limited to just being on a single plane with some very limited movement. Which really makes the fighting game more of an actual 3D game. Yeah, the special characters like this make it fun. I believe the other versions had different special characters. So, the music is fitting for the game. As far as the actual stories in the story mode, the stories are your typical rather cheesy stories. characters have some personality, but they do ultimately seem kind of like rip-offs. The environments do seem to have a bit of space to them, and they are unique enough where they're quite enjoyable to go to different environments, see where you'll end up next. I remember this being one of my favorite environments, but I don't remember why exactly. Some characters have weapons, which add a little bit to the aesthetics of the game, but don't really seem to make a whole lot of difference with the actual fight, actual combat. You can, this is on very easy, so it's easy to just spam single attacks. So yeah, this is Battle Arena Toshinden. Quite your basic fighting game, especially by today's standards. But in a lot of ways it is a precursor to games like Soul Calibur, which really mastered this style of 3D fighting game. It wasn't the, definitely wasn't the top selling game at the time. But it's definitely one that intrigued me. And oh yeah, I guess the DOS port had Earthworm Jim as well as new. Yep, new music. But yeah, the music in all three versions is quite enjoyable. Earthworm Jim is unique to the DOS port, but he does use but he only uses the moves of Rungo Iron. That's what I thought. Sports resolutions up to 640 by 480. The PC port uses the Japanese PlayStation version's voices and music in all regions, unlike the original PlayStation version. Apparently there was a Game Boy version as well, but I haven't played enough of that to really give a review on it. So, this game did receive the Best Fighting Game of 1995. And at the time, this was my favorite fighting game that I had on Sega Saturn. I enjoyed it just slightly more. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit more than Virtua Fighter 2. But as time has gone on, and I revisit the games, it's hard to say that this is as much of a better game as Virtua Fighter 2 as I thought it was at the time. But nonetheless, Battle Arena Toshinden, it's quite a unique fighting game. It's fun on the port to the PC, once you get the controls bound properly, is just as enjoyable on the MS-DOS port as either the PlayStation or Saturn versions of the game. And it's a game that I'd highly recommend somebody into the mid to late 90s 3D fighting games to check out. Or even fans of Soul Calibur that want to see what came before. As far as where I'm going to put on our list, I'm going to put it right in the middle of the very good games. Give it a mid-B. And I'm going to put it right above Virtua Fighter 2 for the Sega Saturn. I know one could argue that Virtua Fighter 2 is a better game, and I'd be hard-pressed to come up with a reason why this one is better. Other than I just enjoyed it better, and I like being able to move in and out of the environments. As well as the little special characters like Earthworm Jim give it some charm. But yeah, Battle Arena Toshinden is definitely a game worth checking out. It's aged slightly poorly, but it's still a lot of fun nonetheless. It's aged much better than many other titles from that time period. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.